All right, where was I before we were so rudely interrupted by a Windows salesman? I do need new, okay, we do need new windows, but I can't afford them. If I get my cigar box, I'll tell this dude, if I get my cigar box guitar sales up, maybe we'll look at new windows. Yo, this video is about gizmos and gadgets and making templates. Templates for ideas. Why? What do you mean by gizmos and gadgets for your cigar box guitar experimentation? Well, my anchor holds. So I'm doing doing one build for this year, celebrating 14 years of building cigar box guitars. I like headless, and I did the first series like headless with the tuning pegs inside of the box, like this right here. This idea of traveling compact, putting these in here, super fun, super challenging to change the strings. Once it's all together, dude, they just rip and they're fun. But they are intermediate to advanced level of guitar changing strings. So I wanted to do a thing with the Steinberg template. So sometimes, like with that back there, I had the idea, but I built like a little template first. Does that make sense? Gotta get the glare off for you. This one here says headless template. It also says, pictures on it. All right, so anyways, template, this was like the guts, like the key to the inside of the other one of the Tactical 10 series. And then I did like a series using the fan fret idea. You ever see fan fret guitars? Like I said, dude, this look. So then I made a template like this. I did one like this. It came out cool. I set it to I wanted to have like a lighthouse theme. And I sent it to Outer Banks OBX Nag's Head Hammocks. So there's two builds over there that I did on their using their magazine, like showing their hammocks in like a glossy magazine. I took that and covered over. Anyways, the idea being is making templates before you want to go right to your thing. I did a template here when I was playing around with the idea of friction pegs, which was just, the idea was this, but then when I went to do it, it was this. It was not fun. But I just want to say to you, if you're watching this video, if you're watching these videos loyally, I love you. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm a married man, 25, 26 years, son. All right, friction pegs. Friction pegs, fan fret, headless internal tuners. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, I'm really interested in tremolo bars. Tremolo bars, wah, wah, wah. CB makes one that I put on the Flying Golden Red Macaw. This right here. This was that Del Rey, whatever. They're sweet. Yo, speaking of sweet and sales, side note, please, we are a small prayer group. You never know who's going to watch this video in the space-time continuum. But as of right now, if you're watching this video in the spring of 2026, please pray for this artist in this studio. There's 3 events, Lord willing, I've been invited to or I'm interested in trying to go to, either to perform, to vendor, or just to show up. Number 1, Del Puckett's event. That's out in New Mexico. The whole family. That's going to be an expense. And it's going to be quite of a road trip the way I want to do it. So, saving money for that. GoFundMe. I don't know, buy some gear. I gotta get with Dial. I don't even know when that date is yet. The number two, there's an event here in Ohio I heard about today called the Alive. It's a great big giant Christian outdoor camping extravaganza. It's in June. So if you're watching this and you want to hang out, it's like 3 days. It's camping. I think it's in Mineral something, Ohio. It's $950 to vendor there, dude. But I don't know if that's going to include the campsite for your family too. So I got to look into that. But that's a giant Christian event, and I'm pretty sure that if I put a tent up there, I could sell some of these, dude. It'd be cool to sell some of these and then go to use that. It'd be cool to sell a bunch of these, or all of them, and then go perform at Dell's thing. But then also, do you know who Big Jim Jones is? Crossland Guitars. I'll try to put this up here. Big Jim Jones has invited me to go to the Pittsburgh Cigar Box Guitar Festival in June. I gotta get these dates set up, whatever. So all this stuff requires money. I'm keeping in prayer because I'd like to turn these events into opportunities for my family to go traveling. Listen, dude, my kids and my wife are not. This is gonna kind of freak you out in a way. They're not into the cigar box stuff. What is that, Ayla? Is that tuner for the oven? What? Can you turn the oven tuner off? I said tuner. Timer. Captain, you didn't get that on camera, did you? What was I talking about, dude? Going to an event with they don't love what I do, but they'll love it if I make a bunch of cash and take them and spend it all the cash on them. So keep those events. There's 3 events: Hot Sauce Cigar Box Gospel. I got lots of bills for sale, lots of songs to do. I'd like to get out there and shake some hands and meet these other builders that I've been following for a while. I mean, there's a bunch of them out here, dude. It'd be cool to meet Shane Spiel. So just keep that all in prayer, bro. And that's all I'll say about that. So with this little jig right here, all right, focus on the top of it right now. The idea being is I want to have a headless guitar. I'm going to show you it in a minute. She's a Butte Clark. And so the idea is, how do I got this part of it where they grab here and pull them back. I'll show you. Ned Steinberger. I'm a Ned Steinberger design freak now. I just love them. I've never owned, in all my guitaring, I've never owned an official Steinberger. This is as close as I've come. It was a kit, tore it all apart, stuffed it into a Cigar Box guitar. This was build 22 from the 22 series I did way back when. My very, very first video. Praise Jesus. This part right here where it holds your strings grab right here and you turn these and it pulls them back. Ball end. Remember that, ball end. Now down here, they have this cool thing down here where you can pull your strings here through. Take an Allen wrench, lock them, then lock them here too. So they're super locked. But see all this shenanigans in here? For our intensive purposes, I wanted to like poor man guitars it. The only thing I come up with so far, I still, this right here is what I sort of mimicked here, using these little pop rivets and then running the strings down, over. It's a whole game of tension, dude. I'm gonna have to move this nut back, but then pulling them down through here and then locking them right there, just like they did right here. That was idea number one. Hold on, we're getting to my point. I'm hoping that you're inspiring me, so I'll inspire you. You gotta keep the dopamine flowing. But there was no tension there. So then what I was doing with this right here is I was using this part right here. Originally this hinge was over here. And I was loading the strings down through here and then locking at this thing. It's hard to explain, I don't wanna move it off right now. But then there's like because you can get a lot of really quick, good pull if you were to like take this right here. I'm gonna lose my other side now. And anyways, you would lose pull from the string right here, pulling down. It does lock, and it will work. But then I was like, had another idea. But before we get to there, I was playing with this, and then I flipped it over because I was playing around this. Because when I was using this, for the string idea of like locking it back here, like having it lock, but this part right here went down. So you could put your strings through it and then lock it. But then I was like, nah. Because then you have all this stuff back here, which is why the technology of a tuner is so cool. So then I flipped it, and I was like, dude, what if I did then I went right to like tremolo mode. I'm like, what if you had no, because most trems use a spring to counteract this right here. But I'm like, what if you just did the string tension here, and then had this guy right here lock? So your string, so you have all your 3 strings in the future. This would be like for a future build. The idea being is build your trem bar on the scarf joint angle and put this inside of your box. Does that make sense? Madness. And then playing around with this hole, and like I had a bunch of stuff here to use to lock this, but I just grabbed the first thing I saw. So the idea being like you could adjust this, like you could screw this up more and pull it back more, or you could have it free. Anyways, templates. So that is so this was a tremolo idea using, like, say this represents your nut right here, like that. You know, see what I'm saying? And then listen. Can you hear that? I don't know why that's so exciting to me, dude. Tension. Tremolo idea. Headless. What do you do with these strings idea? So this is the idea part of it, but then now I gotta kind of hone it in, and I want to make a replica. This is like the basic idea, but I want to make a replica of the actual length from here to here on the real build upstairs. And then I just glued this one to here now. This should be done gluing. Because ideally what I like to do for this celebration build is have this nice pretty headstock with like 1 fret here. It won't be a nail, but have like 1 fret and have this really smooth the way those strings come in here. Ball end, double ball end was the solution. I have not done it yet. This is an idea video. This is a video about jigs. So with that all said, so here's what we're working with. Number 14, I only had a small 4 and 1 large 1, so it is what it is. A and B, because this is going to be for the magnetic pickup, and this is for there's a piezo disc beneath this part, facing down, so it's right beneath the bridge, in here, been facing the disc, so hopefully you get this sound too. We'll see. And then my anchor holds. I'm just working on it, dude. So and here's this neck from this is how I met Sherry Todd, getting this neck right here. So here's the idea. So check this right here. So the idea here being is, see, I had that one thing where you could like load your strings like this and then fold this down, but it was so bulky. It would work, but it was too bulky. So now, she will never submit, dude. All right, so now the idea being is what I'm gonna do, ideally, hopefully we'll see, this is why I'm building this jig, is just taking this here and cutting slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, fret right here. And then literally just having the ball end here, the ball end would slide in through here, lock, just naturally, hardwood. Maybe I'll put something hard back here if it starts pulling on the wood. This is hardwood, so we'll see. And then ideally, dude, it'll be like 3 strings, fretless all the way down, look. You can't see it because my, dude, it's like always overkill. It's not too bad today. So, I got this thing. Man, it's super fun when you start sanding this, dude, to get it down to like 1,000 grit. I like to call that millennium grit. But dude, yeah, this is gonna be like, and it's just flat, glossy. Hopefully it won't be, I'm not gonna overhype this for myself, but it would be sick if it, then so here's Here's the inside of this junk. Right here. This came from Captain Jack. We gotta go open up, Captain. We gotta go open up Captain Jack's present here in a second. And then this right here just kind of comes out. So what I'm gonna do here is, that's sick. But let's reshoot the intro. And this right here is where I snuck out the piezo disc beneath there. So then just glued this in here. This was the template I used for that. And the next one I'm gonna do is glue these guys like this. Can you see that? Hold on. Anyways, it'll be like this. And then it'll be like boom. So we'll see. Hope it comes out cool. All right, and then here's the part right here. What am I talking about? Oh, right here. Here's the part where you put your strings in. So you turn this. Watch. Where's it at? So you turn this. That's gonna pop out. You put your ball in there. Now the whole trick here is there better not be poop over here. Excuse me. If I see on poop, I'm gonna freak out. All right. The trick here then is, this is why you gotta go slow and low, especially in these developmental phases. This is gonna go over that. All right. Now I'm gonna pull that in to lock him in, and then I'll lock him in right here somewhere. So the idea being is these ball ends. Oh, I don't want to. Just keep chilling, bro. The trick here is now I left wiggle room on here for adjusting for your intonation, and it still won't affect the placement of the piezo. So the trick here is you got to get 25 and a half inch scale from this point right here to where your bridge is going to start. Your 25 and a half is going to start here and go up here somewhere. But the strings, the double ball strings, they're already at, you see what I'm trying to say? They're for a 25 and a half inch scale guitar, but they're going to stretch. So that's going to be the challenge here, is how much stretch. Where do I put this right here at? But it's going to be fretless, so we can still kind of adjust it. But so we have to still stay flexible. So that's it. That's all I have to say. It's going slow and low. That came out pretty cool. Didn't come out as cool as I wish it would have. These all peeled up. In the future, I would do like one strip, finish it, and then push them together. But it came out pretty cool, dude. All right. Now. Be it. I don't want to oversell or overhype this neck, but if it comes out cool, dude. I've never tried a legit fretless guitar with sick action ever. So, you know, sometimes you like blow your necks and you just turn it into a slider and, you know, whatever. But this is, I'm gonna try to get this action just as sick as low as it'll go. Okay, bye. Cap, come here. Hey, sit. Huh? What? Huh? All right, everybody, Captain Howlin' Mad Murdoch, can we give it up for him? Round of applause. His young son hero here on the Hot Sauce CBG. Of course, his girlfriend's over here. He does all the editing, catering. He's not real good with keeping his paws off the secretarial staff, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh. All right. I hope I stepped in chicken crap. Let's do this thing, yo. So again, this package, do you have a Cigar Box Guitar person that you follow, or you're intrigued, or you're just curious about their work or whatever? Send them a care package, dude. we're not all rich out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a poor man. This is a poor man's hobby. Send care packages. They're much appreciated. If I can get it open, Captain Jack, what'd you do? He hermetically sealed this thing. Let me, Captain, let's go ahead and just fast forward this thing. perfectly executed, well written, few edits, whatever, but now we gotta clean up in here. I lost my tuner at my last event, so I bought a new one. The Boss TU05. It's a clip-on tuner. It's one of the few tuners that actually goes to 442, which I'm a big advocate of. A lot of tuners won't go to 432. I'm sorry, which is weird. But I wrote all that song right there, and I have no idea what key I'm in. So I'm gonna find out. Most curious. Thank you. All right, Captain, let's just fire some tunes up and then just open this box, one piece at a time. What song should we use? I don't know. I'll find one later. Hey, listen, we'll find one in post. Go. 5, 4, 3. Thanks, Captain Jack. Again, this package got lost in the mail, and so this was a very frustrating package to get here. I went through this experience when I was sending 3 builds to a guy in Switzerland. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.